Hi, and welcome to another Countycomm one-take video. Today we're introducing the SAM XT Tourniquet. This is the same tourniquet we use in our training division for advanced bleeding control classes. This is the tourniquet that we replaced. We are no longer using in our training classes. This video is going to explain why. First of all, I got to get the lawyers happy, and I'm going to tell you this is an informational video. It is not a substitute for proper training. You should get bleeding control classes at a location near you. Except no substitutes. Good. Good. So let's get into this. Hopefully most of you know that the tourniquet is that we used to consider it last resort, terrible thing to use, back in favor. Finding out that it is saving lives. They've proven themselves in battlefields and with first responders all over the world. We were first introduced to the SAM XT tourniquet by our local law enforcement tactical medics. They're currently in the process of replacing all of their old tourniquets with brand new SAM XT tourniquets. So in this video, I'm going to showcase the differences between the SAM XT tourniquet, and I'm going to tell you why we believe, and so many other people believe, it is superior to this other tourniquet that's a little more famous. At first they look really similar, but looks are deceiving. Let's start with this famous tourniquet. Quite honestly, this, probably there's more of these in the field than any other tourniquet made. But let's start with the real simple thing. A tourniquet requires a windlass. It's a rod that turns and tightens it. This rod is plastic. I'm sorry, I'm not a strong man, and I'm able to bend it pretty well. Could I break this? I think I could. So the windlass, it bends on this one. Okay, there are documented failures of the windlass in the field. That's bad. It is prone to UV rotting in the field. That's bad. Okay. Here's the SAM XT. This is a anodized aluminum rod out of billet. I know I can't bend this. I could not bend this to save my life. It's not going to rot from UV light. It's not going to bend. It's not, it's going to hold when it needs to hold. When I use a tourniquet, I need it to hold because it's saving a life. So that's just the windlass. It gets better from there. So let's go back. Here's the famous tourniquet. It uses Velcro to secure. I put it around my arm or my buddy's arm, my leg, buddy's leg, and I pull all the slack out of it. And then I wrap the Velcro back around itself, and then I tighten the windlass until the bleeding stops. That's super. That's great. But if I don't, if I'm dealing in water or wet, blood is sometimes wet, and it holds blood is a lot of water in there. So if there's times that the Velcro doesn't adhere as well as it should. Well, thank goodness we have a lot of it. But dirt, we add dirt in that factor. So we have water, dirt, blood. It may or may not adhere so well. And if we don't secure it tightly around the arm, we're going to have to twist this windlass forever and ever and ever to get it tight. That's not what we want to do when we're bleeding to death, right? So here is the SAM XT. Hold it, same orientation. It only turns 2 times. That's all. Why? Because there will be no slack on this tourniquet when you use it. What is the secret? Why is there no slack? The secret is this buckle, called the True Force buckle. True Force buckle. The True Force buckle is not so new. They use the same buckle on their pelvic binder. The pelvic binder is a device that, should you fracture your pelvis, you would put the pelvic binder on and tighten, and it holds your pelvis secure. Prior to that, we would use sheets and tie knots, and it wasn't nearly as nice, comfortable, or secure. So they came up with this buckle. Here's the secret of this buckle. When force is pulled on this buckle, that's why they call it the True Force, click occurs. These 2 teeth come out of nowhere, and they interface. They interface with these holes here, and it's very, very secure, not going anywhere. You'll notice it does have, the strap still has Velcro. That's for backup. Velcro is a backup secure on this tourniquet, is not the primary. The True Force buckle is the primary securing force. To reset this in the hospital, boom, you lift up that little lever, the teeth go in, and you can take the tourniquet off your patient in the hospital. Or definitive medical care, the doctors, nurses can take the tourniquet off when you have to. The staging is very similar. I think I mentioned that. So it stages, takes about the same amount of space as your other famous tourniquet. Staging is the same. When it comes time to deploy it, you open it up, and that is it. So let's deploy this. I got a nice loop here. We're going to do a little self-aid. Let's just pretend I'm going to run it right down the leg. I'm going to zip it up right like that. When it comes time to deploy it, really, really easy. Grab the gray tab. Notice they grab the gray tab like that. I take the strap, just like that, right? And I pull. You're going to hear that click. There's the click. I hope you heard it. You take this extra tail. That's security, right? That's just our extra security. I'm going to rotate this so you can see it nicely. The mannequin leg does not flex nearly as well as the human leg does, so bear with me. So good. So here's my, it's locked in place. I give it a turn. This is a mannequin leg that doesn't give, so that's as far as I can go, right there. What do? I pop it under the clip. Good, almost halfway there, right? Then I take this extra little tail, I run it under the side clip. Here's my stamp. It's called a time stamp. I put that over there just like that. I would write the time with a Sharpie right there on that strap. Reassess, make sure that that's secured, locked in place. We treat the patient for shock, and we're good to go. We have stopped the bleeding. That's using the high and tight. I just went to automatically high and tight. There's another way to apply the tourniquet, and that's 2 to 3 inches above the wound site. Military usually goes high and tight because it's simple, it's easy to learn, and any additional wounds are taken care of. So we want to make sure bleeding is stopped. If bleeding isn't stopped, we're going to apply a second tourniquet, but usually this is going to take care of business. This is a huge advantage over anything else in the market. So I wanted this. So you heard click. Here's a little mantra for this tourniquet. You heard the click. We twist the windlass. We secure the windlass. Click, twist, secure is the mantra. In conclusion, what we think that the SAM XT is superior to all other tourniquets on the market. Remember, training, preparation will help you save your life or someone else's. We strongly recommend you attend first aid, CPR, advanced bleeding control classes near you. Until next time, stay safe, be alert. Remember, click, twist, secure.